Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be solving another question in the SQL 50 series and another medium question, and let's get into it. So the question today that we are going to solve is count salary categories, and we have accounts table, and we have been given two columns, account ID and income. Um, and we can see that the account ID is the primary key, and then every row contains information about the monthly income for that bank account. Okay, and we have to write a solution to calculate the number of bank accounts for each salary category. Okay, and the categories are so the low salary would be if it's strictly less than $20,000. An average salary would be between 20,000 50,000, and high would be strictly greater than 50,000. Okay, and the result table, it must contain all three categories, that is low, average, high, and if there are no accounts in a category we have to return 0, and we can return the result table in any order. Let's take a look at the input data. So we have accounts, and then we also have the respective incomes. And the output sample is, so we need it, we need a category, and then we need a count, and this is the category. Got it. But one point to note here is that irrespective of if there is any account present for that particular category, we still have to show that category, and we have to return 0 for that category. So that is the trick in this question. So let's start by writing what we need. So the output that we'll have would be category that we will calculate, and then we'll have the count of accounts for that category, right? Yep, I think that's all, and we can sort in any order. Now if you like how we create any category, or how do we usually solve such problems, is you'll go with the case statement, right? So I'll just show you before going into the actual solution. If you go by, because it seems like a pretty straightforward question, but the trick that we have to show all the categories irrespective of whether there is an account for that category or not, that makes it a medium question. So if I say, let's select case when my income is less than 20,000, then I'll have a low salary, right? Oops. When my income is between 20,000 and 50,000, then I'll say it's average salary. Income is greater than 50,000, then I say my salary is high. And let's just check account ID, and I'll also end this as my category, right? I'll just show you the output. You see, I see that under high salary I see the account number 3, it has high salary, 2 has low, 8 high, 6 high, right? I know we need to count because I can create a CT and then give you the count, but the thing to note here is that you only see two categories, high and low. You do not see an average category because there is no account in our table where the salary is between 20,000 and 50,000. But the question, it asks us to have that category in the output irrespective of whether there is an account or not, and then return 0. So a query like this will not work. So how we can do this question is, you we will create three separate queries, and then we will do a union of those queries so that we'll have all the categories irrespective of whether or not there is an account for that category, right? So what I'll do is I'll say select my low select low salary, not single quotes, low salary as category. Then I'll write a case, that case when my income is less than 20,000, then I'm saying it's then I say give me one. That's because we have to get a count of those accounts, so I'm saying 1 else 0 and end, and I'll just sum this. So what I am doing here is I'm just assigning a a text saying that whenever, like, I'm giving a constant text like low salary, say that is a category, and then what count do we assign to low salary? We assign whenever my income is less than 2000, whichever row it gives me, whichever row for that particular ID. If the income for that account will be 20,000, less than 20,000, I'll see 1, otherwise it's 0, and we'll sum up those ones and we'll have the count of our accounts where the salary is low, right? I'll also show you accounts, right? Now let's run this and see. You see, I get output as low salary 1 because we know only one person, which is 2, has the low salary which is less than 20,000. Now I have to write a similar, and I'll just give this a name as accounts count, and I will copy paste this query. Yeah, okay, union, and we know that this query will not return any nulls, duplicates, so we don't need to do union. So union all is good in this case. I'll say average, and then I say high, and I change the conditions here. It's between 20,000 and 50,000. Here it's strictly greater than 50,000. And when I run this, I don't have to select, so when I run this query, I have my output. So it was as simple as that. I mean, there was a little trick because we wanted to show all the categories irrespective of whether there was any account or not. So we just created 3 separate queries and joined them, and we have our answer. Submit this. And yeah, it's accepted. So yeah, thank you.